What's up, internet? Let's jump right into today's video. Today's things that you should never do around shawties. Let's go, baby!
We typically troll a lot on this channel, but this video is gonna be a little bit more serious. Today, we're talking about 5 things that can instantly cause you to fumble any female. These ain't regular everyday icks. These are like flagrant tools, like it's an immediate game over. You might as well go ghost and save her the trouble. Hit the like button, watch to the end of the video as I list and explain the top 5 things.
Now, I'm not sure I'm going to right out agree with all 5 of these things, but if they're valid, we'll have to see. Because at the end of the day, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So you never actually know exactly why is the reason why you fumbled the baddie.
You should never do it in front of a girl. All right, bro. Starting off at the 5th spot, we have oversharing your trauma.
Y'all like bodybuilders?
Bodybuilders? Yeah. I like skinny, scrawny guys.
How about multimillionaires? How about 8 inches and thick? How about talented? How about loving and respectful? How about my wife 10 weeks ago? 21 years faithful. My daughter committed suicide 3 weeks ago. 13. She was faster than me at 12, and I run a 6-minute mile. My testimony, I'm nothing but pure, and I ask you if you want to be in the YouTube channel. And you like scrawny guys.
Real quick, do you think he A, pulled both a huzz, or B, got completely ignored while snow shit number 1 started dancing and snow shit number 2 verbally pointed out the trauma dumping?
I know he trauma dumped on us like that. Damn.
What a surprise.
Now, I understand therapy culture been trending lately, but it's a time and a place. You sitting across from a female on the first link randomly detailing how your dad never hugged you and how your ex cheated on you with 65 different niggas is not gonna make her want to throw you neck. Like, I deadass don't understand this method. Like, what do niggas be trying to get out of this? Like, what do niggas even think in their head is finna come from that? I've deadass never seen a nigga tell a female how he went out bad in life and her response was, oh yeah, let me throw this nigga some neck. I've never seen the pity pussy method work. I honestly think that shit is a myth. You gotta think about it, bro. The female did not sign up for a therapy session. She came there to get sauced up, bro. Telling her about every negative experience you've ever had in your life is not sauce. I don't know if y'all have ever been in a situation where a female is just like overly trying to trauma dump you. It almost make you not even want to hit no more. Cause like, damn bitch.
Okay, when it comes to this situation, he's absolutely correct. And the whole idea of therapy is BS, fam. It's BS. You're reliving past trauma and bringing it up again. How are you supposed to work through it? I don't believe in the idea of therapy. I think it's absolutely stupid. But if you want to go ahead and do therapy, go right ahead. But it's actually pretty stupid. I will say when it comes to meeting a new person, yeah, the idea of trauma dumping is pretty stupid. Like, let's say you're speaking to, because everything is sales, right? Let's say you're speaking to a client and you want to get this client. Are you going to realistically just yap about your business on and on and on and on? My business can do this, my business can do that. That has no benefit for the woman. Just like any sales call, you should be asking the girl a lot of questions to figure out exactly who she is, because at the end of the day, you're the one vetting her, dude. I think a lot of these dudes these days, they have the misconception of like, the girl is like choosing them. The girl isn't choosing you in the sense, yes, she's choosing you, but based on the information that you can get out of her, because you're vetting her essentially. We have to flip the tables, bro. The shorties aren't choosing us. We are choosing the shorties and we are vetting them, bro.
It feel like I just got done watching Hereditary. I'm not even in that mode no more. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, this shit happened to me. I was still in that mode. I still had to go ahead and get that little shit up out the way. I still had to get that little shit up out the way. I said, damn, that's crazy, but where the neck at? I literally had to though, bro. It was too much of a time investment. Like, she literally had me there for like 2 hours talking about how her life was disintegrating. Just imagine that flip though. The girl you're talking to should want to be around you. You should be creating a vibe of like positive energy. She not gonna want to continue to talk to you if every time she do, she hearing about another L. Like, damn, can this nigga win? No girl wants to just talk to a strictly loser ass nigga. I'm gonna be honest, bro. If you do tell a female some bad news, you gotta at least make a joke out of it so she don't be like, damn, this nigga is actually down bad. Like, this nigga just going out bad in life. You down there gotta flip it. Like, you gotta tell her the bad news and then tell her you just bought a new car or something. The reason why this is only number 5 is this only really can sell you OD in specific situations. Like, if you doing this shit on the first link and your delivery is off, like you're not making a joke about it, yeah, that's probably an immediate flagrant tool. You're gonna get ejected. But if you tell a girl that you've been talking to something small, like, yeah, my dog just died, she not just gonna completely ghost you, never talk to you again about that. Especially if you don't say it on some like sad shit, like, oh, my dog just died. Like, you be like, yeah, my dog just died, but that little nigga been on 1 HP for a minute. I'm finna go get me a brand new dog with full health and shield. If you say some shit like that, try and make it funny, it's gonna be viewed way better because you come across as less emotionally unstable. Like, your whole mental state not getting thrown off. Moving on to number 4, we have greening out or getting geeked off the evil blunt.
I got contact house. Don't ask me to do too much shit, nigga. I can't focus.
Why? The greening out, how is that even a possible option? Why is the whole, yo, are y'all just on the Zaza like that? You should not be on the Zaza like that. No one should be on the Zaza like that. I think the idea of smoking weed is stupid unless you're doing it ritualistically, in the sense of you're smoking Zaza to, in a sense, go within oneself to retroactively think about things and get a deeper sense of thinking. If you're going to take Zaza, do it as a sort of a ritual, as if you're trying to take deeper thoughts and aspects of your life and figure out exactly what you want to do with your life. But if you're hanging around with shorties and you're consuming or you're smoking Zaza, I think that's the stupidest thing ever, bro. No drugs. We don't do drugs. We do not advocate for the use of drugs around here, fam.
He's still going.
Bro, that nigga looked at me. I ain't see no human inside.
Now, I could literally move on right now. This doesn't require any explanation. If you've ever greened out or really tripped off the evil blunt, you know this is a horrible state to be seen in by females. Especially if they good, they having none of the side effects. Cause then it's like, damn, this nigga just can't handle the Zod. Like, it's kind of emasculating a little bit. But the real loss of attraction is because you don't appear to be in control. Like, you're too vulnerable. Somebody could walk up, put you in a 50-hit combo with an X-ray at the end, and you couldn't do nothing about it. That's simply just not attractive. I've never seen a female appear to be aroused by a nigga who's too geek, literally on the verge of a coma. Or worse, a nigga heart beating out his chest, he overly nervous, sweating and shit, stumbling over his words, looking like he just faced a whole ass fear toxin blunt. Like, bruh, I firsthand witnessed niggas go out so bad like this. I was literally on a 2-man and I was seeing from a sober POV in real time. My partner OD selling his assignment. All this because he wanted to get too geek. The reason why this isn't higher up on the list is you low-key can play this off, and even if you can't, you have a couple of good excuses. For example,
Okay, I have to agree with this thing that he's saying. In a sense, it's stupid, but I have to agree. Why? Because speaking from my own personal experience, I've gone over to this baddie's crib and we were smoking in a room. And I was young, mind you. So I didn't understand that when you're in a room, when a baddie takes you to her bedroom, it's your chance now to take it all the way. All right? But I was stupid. A young nigga like me was dumb. We smoking Zaza. I wasn't necessarily the Zaza connoisseur that I am as I got older, but I eventually stopped smoking Zaza. But we smoking the Zaza, and then I just get way too geeked. I get way too geeked. I don't green up, but I get way too geeked. And I don't even like realistically want to do anything. I just become kind of like zoning out. So the time passes, the window of smashing passes, and your mom comes back home. And then in that moment, I realized, okay, now that I'm not so geeked, let's try to smash now. But Shirley was like, I'm not gonna smash it when my mom's home. So I'm a freaky ass nigga. So for me, I was like, yo, your mom was back home. Let's smash it. She's downstairs, fam.
I didn't eat that day. I didn't have any sleep the night before. I was dehydrated. These are my personal go-tos if I ever get too geek. And they're actually genuinely scientific, biologically sound explanations. So niggas can't even say that's cat like. These are literal perfect excuses. But nah, the ultimate reason why this repels females is because it flips the power dynamic. Instead of being the one who can protect her, she has to babysit your unconscious body while simultaneously putting you in the group chat. Moving on to number 3, we have getting too drunk.
Can I see you as my crush?
Oh, Loco? Oh my god.
Take it for I don't love.
He's dead.
See you in those. Keep me fly around like those. Sit on my door. She don't like me cause I'm a boy.
He's dead, dude.
Imagine going out this bad in front of the huzz.
No, you probably guessed this from the last one, because it's down there like getting too geek, except it's 10 times worse. Like, the upper limits of how bad you can go out drastically increase. When you get too geek, you might throw up, but that isn't really a universal effect. Like, I never got too geek and just started throwing up on niggas. But when you drink too much, you're quite certainly finna throw up. Like, it's gonna happen. I don't care what your friend is telling you about drinking water or eating bread. That nigga has no knowledge of the human body. He learned that from TikTok. Not only are you gonna throw up, which is obviously a substantial loss in aura, but when you get drunk, your inhibitions are down, which basically gives you more confidence, which is good when taken to a healthy level, maybe 3 to 5 shots. But when you're on your 9th or 10th drink, you start to venture into the territory of having no shame, which is a horrible place to be in when you're trying to sauce up. Not to mention your motor functions are impaired, if at all functional, so you have to stay seated or take the risk of looking like Bambi. Bruh, this shit is genuinely so bad. I've literally been at kickbacks where I drunk a little bit too much, and I ain't even wait to start feeling nauseous. I literally just went to the restroom and slept there. Cause really imagine just throwing up OD drunk in front of the whole, like, bruh, that's, yo, I would literally change my name, move to a different country, and have full facial reconstruction surgery. The main reason why females are not gonna be messing with this is because niggas are supposed to have like control. Females kind of have it in their head that niggas supposed to be locked at all times. They can get drunk as hell and
Yeah, but the thing is, even when a girl gets too sauced up, that's not a good thing either. Because if a girl is way too sauced up, you're looking at it and you're like, damn, this shorty looking mad crusty right now. And this happened to me too when I have so many situations that I can speak from. This happened to me too when like there was this baddie that I really was trying to smash, and I fumbled her before. And then we end up going to this music festival, and we're vibing, we're chilling. And by the time I'm trying to like leave, me and this shorty were getting really, really close. But I kind of realized I'm like, yo, this shorty's hella sauced up. This was the time where I wasn't doing anything. I wasn't consuming nothing. I was completely sober. And I'm looking at this shorty. I'm like, I could take and bag this shorty right now. But I'm looking at this. This is the shorty that I've always wanted. I had a major crush on her. And I'm looking at the shorty right now. And I'm like, damn, shorty hella sauced up right now. She's looking crusty. It was hot. It was in the summertime. So she hella dehydrated. Her lips are chapped. And I'm like, this ain't the baddie that I was trying to bag before, dog. So I decided, I was like, nah, I ain't down with this. It could have happened right then and there. And I said, you know what? Nah, let's not do this. Let's not do this because this shawty right now is not looking in her prime. She looking hella crusty. So it works both ways, fam. If a girl too was too sauced up, that's not a good look either.
Be throwing up out the car and shit, but you can't do that. If you do that, it's like, whoa, like this is a man right here. Like, why is this nigga all drunk and loose? But I ain't gonna lie, I do see the logic. Like, it kind of makes sense. And you low-key shouldn't even be doing this shit anyway. Like, even if it was no hoes around, you shouldn't just want to be OD drunk like you a female. Moving on to number 2, we have getting into an at-fault accident. Now, I ain't gonna lie, this has never happened to me because I literally worked the wheel like Dominique Toretto. But I have like hit a pothole with females in the wheel, ran off the road once with a car full of hoes. And I ain't gonna lie, I still felt a little bit of oral loss. Nothing too significant, but it was definitely a little shift in the attitude of the female I was trying to sauce up. So I just know if you really crash your whip OD, cause a whole lot of multi-car pile up, you're probably cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Like, you may retain your life, which is cool, I guess, but the female is no longer gonna be in it. I think this mainly happens because females
There's another one I want to add when it comes to this. We're not even at the end of the list yet, but another thing I want to add when it comes to things that you should never do with shorties is you should never divulge everything that you're doing. If a shorty asks you, like, how was your day? You don't want to be like, oh, I woke up today, I went to the gym, I went to work, what did I do at work? I end up making some spreadsheets, then I went to lunch at Subway. No. You want to keep a sense of mystique. And secondly, yes, you don't want to crash your whip when you're with shorties because that makes you look hella dangerous. And the not good dangerous. The good dangerous is if you're driving your whip hella fast, and you're in full control of the vehicle and you don't crash it. That's hot. That gets the shorty is wet like a tsunami, dude. That gets the shorty is wet. But if you're driving your whip and you crash it, no, that's or a loss, okay? Or a loss. But luckily, from personal experience, I can speak to you and tell you, yes, if you got a whip and you drive it fast, the shorties are like, oh my God, you're driving too fast. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. But then once you finally slow down and get to your destination, like, oh my goodness, another wet, dude. So there you go. Take it away.
Females really don't like when niggas appear to be incompetent. That's actually an interesting complex because I know females who literally don't know how to drive, but they'll legitimately view you as less capable for minor driving errors. That's like getting mad at a chef for cooking your steak a little bit too long, but you've literally only ever cooked cereal. But nah, I ain't gonna act like I don't understand the logic. It throws females off because it's just expected for niggas to know how to drive. Like, females low-key are expected to not know how to drive. Like, the stereotype about females not knowing how to drive saves them. Like, it's supposed to be normal. If she fuck around hit a curb, it's like, all right, I'm just a girl. But if you do the same shit, it's like, nigga, what is wrong with you? To sum that up,
True, but I'll add this other thing. I think what's realistically happening with this whole entire idea or thought process that this youngin has in this video is he's essentially trying to say that shorties can get away with anything. And I don't think that is a good angle to approach anything from. Yeah, okay, you're not supposed to get sauced up, but a shorty can get sauced up. You're not supposed to green up. Essentially, he's saying that the shorties can pretty much do anything around you and it's okay. But I'm telling you that that's not necessarily the case. Yes, the man is supposed to be competent, but to a certain extent, the woman is supposed to be on her good behavior as well. Why do you want to hang out with a girl that's incompetent, stupid, crashes her whip, doesn't know how to take care of her finances, doesn't know how to consume liquor, doesn't know how to smoke Zaza? She's just a complete idiot. Why do you want to hang out with a girl who's an idiot? That's stupid too. Then that makes you look like an idiot. The worst thing is when you're babysitting a girl that's too faded or whatever the case might be, because then they become idiots. Oh, when they call you when they're drunk. Oh my God, come save me. Oh my, I'm here. Come here. Shut up.
But bro, females are not gonna mess with this because driving is low-key a masculine competence test. And obviously females want competent masculine niggas. But alright bro, last but not least, the number one worst thing you can do in front of a girl is get beat to a pulp.
I promise you. I promise I'll audition. Oh, damn! Oh, shit.
Lost aura.
Nah.
Like, bruh, this should require no explanation. Imagine a nigga really put you in a whole Mortal Kombat X-ray animation in front of your girl. Like, he really do you the worst way. You start having cinematic flashbacks. Next thing you know, you waking up, your girl asking if you okay. And we in the big 25, you know somebody gonna be recording. So not only are you gonna go out bad in the moment, but it's gonna be captured in perfect 4K 60 FPS. It ain't gonna be no blur. They gonna be able to see the exact frame you went to sleep. I ain't gonna lie, bruh, if this ever happens to you, boom, soon as you wake up, don't even bother conversing with the female that was formerly yours. Save her the time, just go home and start back swiping on Hinge. This is number one simply because it's the only one I could think of that you just cannot come back from. Like, the relationship will never be the same. The only way this happens and you maintain a relationship is if you got jumped or you put up a good fight, but you simply can't come back from getting completely and utterly dominated one-on-one. I'm talking about no weapon.
That's facts. You cannot come back from a situation like this in the sense of being like, oh, yo, I just got beat up and now I'm trying to be with my girl. No, because the reason why you can't come back from this situation is mainly because you're supposed to be the protector. You're supposed to be the masculine, strong nigga that's supposed to protect her from any kind of invader or home intruder or creepy looking ass nigga. You're supposed to be that guy. But now if you get socked up, beat up, rocked up on the streets for whatever reason, especially if it's a one-on-one, sorry, but it all goes out the window. And this happened to a UFC fighter who his shorty saw him get beat up in the ring. He lost the match, and she eventually ended up breaking up. So even if you're a pro fighter, dog, and you lose, your shorty's gonna lose respect. It's like biologically ingrained into them. Their protector got defeated. That means that they should move on to another protector that could defeat them. Why do you think when Genghis Khan rolled up and conquered all the villages, all the shorties were like, oh my God, Genghis? Because they saw that Genghis is the strongest, dude. They said, yo, this nigga Genghis Khan, he just devoured and chopped off my husband's head ting. Why am I going to resist?